Monster hunting, brewing potions and cooking up delicious meals, that's all 38-year-old boomer Daichi wants to do after coming back from his job as a salaryman. Naming his avatar as Earth, Daichi hops into this game called One More Free Life Online that offers him just the fantasy he is looking for. However, it's not long before Daichi runs into some unexpected faces and quests. Staring at his computer screen, Daichi chooses the most cringe skills he can find for his character, Earth, all in the hopes of avoiding the IT girlies and chads of this world. After making sure that his character is far from based and destined to be ridiculed by some cool alpha player, Daichi happily logs into the game as Earth. As Earth roams the virtual world, he contemplates how the game provides players the freedom to partake in various activities. And since it's launch day, Earth observes the bustling streets teeming with a diverse variety of players. Just then, a Chad walks up to Earth and makes fun picking up archery for a skill. After some standard middle school bullying, the Chad walks away with his party, leaving Earth to collect himself. While practicing with his bow and arrow, Earth realizes just how much he sucks when he misses all his aims. However, with enough protagonist motivation in his body, Earth carries on to the next task of collecting herbs. However, unable to recognize the herbs, Earth gathers them for a future appraisal. To Earth's utter bad luck, or better put, consequences of his own dumb actions, the herbs vanish before he's able to discern their properties. Left with a single white flower, that also turns out to be venomous and useless, Earth goes to a shop and buys a beginner's kit for making potions. With it, Earth starts to create some simple healing mixtures like the common anti-poison potions. As Earth makes these, he finds that his skills in medicine and potion making start to improve. Afterward, Earth decides to go hunting. To his surprise, there are hardly any creatures around. Yet, he spots a rabbithorn and takes aim with his bow. Interestingly, the wounded rabbithorn turns back and tries to attack Earth, despite being hit in the paw. So, Earth uses a strong kick to bring it down and gather useful materials. Svi and Millie observe Earth taking down the rabbithorn, and Svi approaches him, amused by the strange noise the creature makes. They extend their friendship, and Earth gladly agrees to be friends with them. Earth resumes his hunting activities, employing his wind spell, executing a few stealthy strikes, and achieving a remarkable critical hit. As night falls, he finishes his adventures for the day, heads to bed, and prepares to wake up for work the following morning. The following day, Daichi re-enters the game and nibbles on some bread acquired from the non-playable characters, NPCs. However, he discovers the bread to be rather tasteless. In response, he invests in a beginner's cooking kit and proceeds to cook a steak. To his dismay, the first steak he cooks turns out to be quite tough and earns a meager score of 2. Not one to be discouraged, Earth decides to give it another try, but this time he makes careful cuts across the meat. The result is a far more palatable steak, significantly better than the initial attempt. With determination, Daichi tries once more, this time experimenting by parboiling the steak before frying it. To his delight, the steak comes out absolutely delicious, earning an impressive score of 7. Its delicious aroma lures in numerous people who clamor for a taste. Recognizing the demand for his culinary creation, Earth decides to charge 100 glow per steak, and soon a lengthy queue forms, eager to buy his mouth-watering dish. As Earth's cooking skill steadily improves, he becomes more efficient and is able to cook at a faster pace, earning a considerable fortune from his steak sales. Later in the day, Earth skillfully assembles a beginner's wooden crafted bow. Building on his newfound expertise, he fashions a prototype compound wood bow for himself, utilizing 3 planks of wood. The result is a weapon with a score of 5 and a remarkable attack power of 12. Feeling better equipped, Earth visits a store to get protective armor. With his gear sorted, he hurries to deposit his hard-earned rabbithorn steaks and great portions into a vending machine. Eager to test his upgraded equipment, Earth sets out for a hunting expedition. Employing his abilities, he takes down wolves, giant spiders, and colossal worms, honing his skills and gathering valuable resources in the process. Upon returning, Earth finds that his stored resources in the vending machine have been successfully sold. But before he can celebrate, Earth finds the players in a state of worry. He rings up Svi and learns from him that the NPCs have stopped making potions. And since Earth can make potions, the players beg him for help. With a shrewd business idea in mind, Earth decides to charge the eager players a rate of 40 glow each, allowing a maximum order of 5 servings. Svi skillfully manages the crowd, ensuring things run smoothly, while Millie takes care of the cash transactions. Satisfied with their success, the group wraps up for the day, content with their newfound wealth and teamwork. All of a sudden, the same jackass from earlier arrives to harass Earth for potions. Enraged by his cockiness, Earth tells him that since the NPS have stopped doing their jobs, he'll need to get along with other players if he wants to survive in this game. Of course, the lecture doesn't sit well with the jackass and he challenges Earth to a private match. Using his arrogance to his advantage, Earth manages to secure a massive W against the jackass. After an eventful day, Daichi returns to reality, not realizing that Spy has sent him an invite to join his party. A few weeks have passed since Daichi last joined the game. He thinks about how the game world has changed ever since players learned that NPC can run out of potions and other inventory. This has made them realize the true importance of having a medicinal skill, much to Daichi's delight. Logging back, Earth is reunited with Spy and thanks him for the invite to his party called the Blue Color. Earth is then introduced to 3 new members called Nora, Reiji, and Kazumine, all possessing different abilities. Just as Earth's about to introduce himself, the guys tell him that they know all about him since his fight with that jackass. Later on, Earth asks the party about their quest and they reveal that they will be hunting a wild boar, a formidable opponent in Earth's eyes. As Earth expresses his worries, the guys assure him that they will be okay since they have him. As the group ventures out for a hunting expedition, Earth's sharp eyesight allows him to spot 2 wild bears in the distance. Millie takes charge, casting a buff spell to enhance their abilities. Earth skillfully utilizes his sneak skill, separating from the group. With precision, he fires a hawkshot at one of the bears, provoking its anger. In a strategic move, Reiji steps forward to divert the furious bear's attention, creating an opening for Earth to make his escape. After a coordinated team effort, the Blue Color manages to secure victory over the bear. Later that evening, the group enjoys a delicious bear meat feast prepared by Earth. Nora inquires about the cost of the recipe, but Earth politely declines, stating that craftsmen often keep their recipes secret for specific reasons. Understanding that they might never replicate the meal as well as Earth, Spy proposes that Earth cook for them at an affordable rate. Of course everyone gets to vote in it except for Earth himself. The following day, Earth dies and returns to the city after an unsuccessful hunting expedition where he was unexpectedly swarmed by a group of massive ants. As Earth arrives, all the players receive an important message regarding a game update titled the Fairy Ball. This update introduces a variety of new skills, arts, and crafting items. Recognizing the significance of preserving his in-game life and minimizing penalties, Earth becomes more cautious about his actions in this gaming world. Determined to enhance his skills, Earth begins by learning the blacksmithing skill. He crafts an arrowhead capable of piercing the tough skin of rock ants and decorates his boots with blades and spikes for added protection. Afterward, he meets up with Mune to purchase bowstrings. With a strategic mindset, Earth realizes the importance of specialization, particularly since he's already reached level 30 in archery. He assesses the various types of bows and creates a unique one of his own, naming it the X-type compound hunting bow. Equipped with this new bow and specialized arrows, Earth sets out to hunt and successfully takes down multiple rock ants. As he's engrossed in his activities, an announcement rings out, signifying the commencement of the highly anticipated Fairy Ball competition. To Earth's utter surprise, everyone except him manages to make a contract with a fairy. When he expresses his dejection, Millie and Nora assure him that he still has a chance to find a contract. In a surprising turn of events, Earth unintentionally becomes the center of attention for everyone's fairies, sparking jealousy among his party members. While checking his stats, Earth discovers that his rank has gone up, allowing him to learn a more advanced skill. In his next quest, Earth ventures into a dungeon and is immediately ambushed by a colossal spider. Swiftly, Earth takes aim and eliminates the threat. Surprisingly, orbs emerge from the spider's remains and lead him to a stone adorned with numerous orbs. With curiosity piqued, Earth moves the stone and discovers a ring. Although uncertain of its purpose, Earth decides to keep it as a memory of this intriguing adventure. Earth receives a notification about the second part of the Fairy Ball tournament. Upon returning to the city, he discovers that it's a player versus player, PvP, battle competition where participants can utilize the fairies they've gathered. He also learns that he has the option to repair his crystal and establish a contract with one of the fairies he's collected. Earth has a conversation with Black the Craftsman, who informs him about the craftsman's agreement to warn each other if they become targets in player versus player, PvP, battles, and also shares details about the new town. The following day, Earth notices people staring at him and checks his title, discovering that it's Fairy Playa. Feeling humiliated, he decides to engage in a PvP battle to rid himself of the title. However, he's immediately approached by Rona, who informs Earth that she's also a part of Spy's party. Just as they are about to begin their duel, Rona's fairy refuses to fight since Earth holds the title of Fairy Playa. Later on, Rona contacts Earth, explaining that her fairy has stopped eating and asks him to cook something. Unamused, Earth reveals that like her, others have been asking him to do the same for them. If suffering from success was a person, it would be Earth. Later, Earth and Rona head out to check a match in a neighboring town. As they observe the fairy disregarding its master's command, resulting in the master's defeat, Earth points out that such situations occur when a master doesn't treat their fairy with kindness. At that moment, they witness the fairy's master on the verge of mistreating the fairy. Earth suddenly remembers that if a master crosses a specific limit of cruelty, the fairy can grow stronger and retaliate against the master. Fortunately, in this instance, the master refrains from harming the fairy. Following the incident with the disobedient fairy, the player who owns it turns to Earth for advice on building a better connection with the fairy. Earth suggests treating the fairy like a friend and even goes a step further by cooking a meal for the master to feed the fairy, hoping to improve their bond. With the situation resolved, the player thanks Earth and takes his leave. All of a sudden, Earth is approached by a man named Silver, asking to have a conversation with him alone. That's it for now, but if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for a lot more fun stuff.